the law of attraction actually changed my life forever. And I could never look at the world ever the same again. I remember like 2, 3 years ago, I wrote down on paper. I used to watch one of this Bob Proctor and all the affirmation and everything like videos, and I saw a video where a girl was talking about affirmation and writing down things that even the dreams that you think never happen, just write them down and read them every single day. And I sat down and asked myself, like, what is the dream that I cannot, like, it's just seems beyond me. And then I wanted to write something that, even though it's just up there on the pedestal, is still somehow in the range that there is a possibility to happen, but it's just way beyond me still. You know what number I wrote? It was a financial, of course. I wrote $100. I swear to God, I wrote $100. That was where I was at. Making $100 online at age 17. I was probably 17 or 16. Was the dream. Like, if I ever made that, I've made it out. That's that, I don't even think that I thought about making that. I just wrote it for the sake of the video, but I just thought about it and said, like, okay, let me write it down. And I wrote my name, and then I signed it. It's just there are instructions and how she said it and everything. And then a year later, a year and a half, almost a year and 6, 7 months later, I was in Dubai and writing down a dream. This I completely forgot about that. What I wrote back then. And I was writing down 100K as now new dream. And I saw that fucking $100 screenshot. I took a screenshot of my of the paper. And it just snapped me like to the reality of like where my mental frame was at. I was, like I told you, money, you guys talk about sleeping in a car. I told you, like a car is a luxury to us where I came from. And that just gave me, bro, if I never took the leap of faith to just take the first step of like $10 or $100, that could have been literally my goal and the end of my life with when it comes to like actually changing my life or in like success in my career financially, or because that's what I saw. My dad, I told you my dad earned $30, so $100 is like his 3 month salary, so it's up there. And within a year, now the new dream is 100K. You don't realize how much of a change that is. $100 to 100,000. Your life could change like that. And it's just crazy. It makes you think. One of the best things that I love about this law is that it doesn't matter whether you are rich, or like from rich family, poor family, whether you're white, black, pink, orange, whether you are, in any situation. Since it is a principle, it just applies to anything and everything that applies it. Anything that is in like capability of belief and faith, And for this, you need a soul, right? Unless you sold your soul, if you still have it, which I highly doubt. But in all seriousness, if you have your soul, you can manifest anything. And yeah, I was one of them before that. I was one of them, doubting all the people. Especially I doubt the people who preach those things, because I believe that this guy didn't do anything. He's just preaching that's what he made. It's just like the money gurus teaching you how to make money, but they actually never made money. They make money off of the online thing. So I kind of used to get that vibe from him, but I still believed that there is some fire in me that I like haven't separated the reality from. I didn't know whether I was allowed to dream, because I never saw that around me. So that literally changed my life. And if you are, it could be in any situation, bro. If your dreams actually seem like nothing to be like, nothing to get to, this is your sign, bro. Your brain is just programmed in a way. It was initially designed to just keep you alive and survive. Your brain is not capable of, you know, understanding or even like comprehending the idea that you could be more than what you are now to do tomorrow. Your brain cannot think of that. Your brain thinks you need like your brain thinks in 1 plus 1 is 2. That's what your brain thinks. The 1 plus 1 is 2. You want to get rich, you need money and the knowledge and the skills and the connections and the timing and the luck. You'll be rich. That's what your brain tells you. That's exactly why when you were about to upload your first video or you were about to send that email, you just feel that doubt that this is just another fail. It just another error. It's just not gonna work because you're thinking with your mind, bro. You're thinking with your mind, and your mind is always gonna give you the logical answer. That's what's going to happen, bro. That's literally what's going to happen. And if you keep using your mind, you only get to where your mind can comprehend, which is the reality right now. And it will never get you where you want to get. So if you want to actually change your life, bro, you have to stop believing your mind. Because if you do, you're going to be stuck literally where you are and in the situation your parents, I don't know, your wife, husband, you're a woman, created. And you'll be stuck there forever if you believe your mind. Because your mind is always trying to gather information as much as possible to make up for like what's working right now and what's the best to keep you alive and out of danger. That's what your mind is designed for. Okay, the main goal is just to keep you alive. So when you're telling him, it's just a bullshit to your mind when you're telling him about to make like this dream happen, because your mind thinks that's like instantly red, like danger zone, because now it's the abyss of like unknowing, like it's just dark to your mind. The day after that, or whatever you're dreaming, when you cannot back it up with numbers, when you cannot back it up with information and research and the papers, your mind cannot take it. When I say research and everything, I'm saying the actual work and results. So that's it. You just have to stop using your mind for your dreams. Use your mind for your tasks. Okay? Whenever your mind tries to give you advice on what to believe in and not, you just tell him, bro, that's not your job. Hurt, got it. You're hurt, got it. That's your heart's job. Faith is not your mind's job. If you gave like faith to your mind, it's just going to chop it up and tell you which part it is right, which part aligns with the reality right now, which part doesn't. That's what you get. That's what you get from your mind. So your mind was meant to be a servant. Your mind, you know the thing, you overestimate the role of your mind when it comes to spirituality and underestimate when it comes to tasks and knowledge and when it comes to actual work. Use your mind when you are crafting those videos. Use your mind when you are writing that book. Why did I pronounce it that way? Book. So use your mind when you are crafting what you are crafting, not when you are framing yourself and programming yourself and getting ready for the reality that you are about to create. Then you have to shut your mind off and open your heart. Let your heart talk now. Okay? Because your heart is directly connected to your soul. And soul is where you have your fire. That's where the sound comes from. The sound of your fire is coming from the soul, and your mind is blocking it because it just thinks it's a danger. It registers it as danger because it does not have a phase. It does not have you cannot touch it. You know, just like if you were told, like, if you get $1 million a week from now, but until then you gotta walk on the treadmill, like straight for 7 days. You will quit your job to do that shit because it's only 7 days, right? And until the 7th day, you're going to, if it was, let's say, you're gonna have to stand still for 7 days. You quit your job, you will shut your phone off, like airplane mode, do not disturb mode. You're gonna be on that like shit, whether it's the treadmill or stand still, whatever you're given, you're gonna do it, right? But when you were told that you're gonna get that million, post that video today, write that book today, go do that journal today, or all these things, just don't believe it. You don't do it. And the reason you don't do it is that your brain doesn't have enough data to back it up. And you're just gonna get stuck in the loop of belief and it'll happen, or it will happen and then you believe it. You're on like in the latter. You're expecting the reality to happen and then you believe it. If it takes the reality for you to believe in it, why you? Everybody could believe. Everybody could. It's easy to admit a reality. If you take me and put me in a penthouse and give me a Lamborghini, you bet I'll believe it. What did you expect? If the reality happened today, why do you have to believe it? If you get 1 million views on your first ever video, why do you have to ever believe it? The whole point of a belief and a faith is that you don't see it now, so you have to. It's how you buy the reality of tomorrow. The currency is your faith today. You just have to have it. That's if you don't do that, you're just gonna be, like I said, like I told you, you're just gonna get stuck in the reality of just seeing what happens today and just calculating the reality of that, and it's just the worst place to be. It just takes away all the fun from life if you have to see and then believe. Anybody can do that. You can do better than that. And I'm telling you, if a 19-year-old tells you this, an actual witness, I don't know what, you know, motivates you better than this. I don't know what age you're in, age range you're in. Like, you could be in your early 20s, 30, even a teenager just like me. But I'm telling you, your life would completely change if you just developed faith.